escape prison already. Excuse me, Valentine on escape prison already, y'all. He was at Carly's. I said, you know what? Carly's playing Maybank Fire, y'all, because y'all know Carly, anytime she doing anything that she ain't got no business doing, something always goes wrong. But look like she gonna be telling him on Monday's episode that he need to get up out of there. Brendan threatened to send Josh away. Carly apologized to Lucas. Sidwell blackmailing Laura and Sonny. Josh told Trina that she slept with Vaughn, and now he ghosted her. I forgot to include that part. And Jason helped Britt with her medication, so now he knows about it. Some people was, hold on. I was reading the comments on the promo for next week's episode, and some people were saying they hoping that he tests the medication or whatever, and that means he'll be one step closer to finding out what's going on, because she won't tell. I was hoping that since she drunk and everything that she slip up. I was hoping that she slip up or something. That or he and that note. I wonder where that note is. But yeah, I said, look at him taking care of his woman. I said, might as well get her back. But hey, y'all. Welcome back to another review of Life of Chester for General Hospital, December 5th, 2025. First things first, let me know y'all thoughts on this episode down below. What y'all think? Did y'all like the episode? Do y'all think this was a good Friday episode? But okay, so we'll start with Britt and Jason. Like I said, you know, she was drunk. He ends up bringing her to the house, bringing her to her apartment or whatever. Excuse me. And she was trying to take her medication. She ended up falling. He ends up, you know, asking her about the dosage and everything. So he looked at it. I was hoping he found that doggone note that said something about C. Somebody named C had gave it to her. Because then she put it in that drawer. I don't know. But yeah, so he ends up helping her with her medication, and he watching her and stuff, trying to take care of her. Whatever. I said, you need to be snooping while she laid out. I said something, because she ain't going to say nothing unless she slip up. She's not going to say anything unless she slip up, or she feel like she ain't got no other choice but to tell him. But she keeps saying how she can't trust him and they not even friends and all this stuff. I said, now, once again, if the man ain't showed you by now that he got your back, I don't know what you want. I don't know what she expecting. What she want him to cut Carly and Sonny out completely at this point? At this point, he repeatedly shows up for you. He repeatedly saves you. But that's all that happened with them. Josh and Trina. Josh came in. She was packing the bag. What she was trying to do with that bag? What was she going? Because she said she was going. Then she said I don't know, she said after that conversation that she was going to Carla's or whatever. But before that, I don't know what she said. But then she ended up talking to Trina because Trina could tell something was off. She ends up saying she slept with Vaughn, and now he's ghosted her. And she was just comforting her. Kai and Trina wasn't talking about nothing. He was comforting her. And I said, y'all supposed to be trying to investigate instead of doing all this extra stuff. Y'all supposed to be trying to figure out who shot Drew. But yeah, nothing happened with them. Josh and Brendan, because I had forgot to write them down. So, she went into the office or whatever, and he knew that she told Eminem about, you know, Dalton's other lab. She admitted that she slipped it up under the door. She was like, okay, nothing was there, so why not tell them so that they can help the animals? He felt some type of way about it because she hard-headed, because she Carla Jr., that's what it is. So he was telling her, you know, she keep on disobeying him or whatever. And he mentioned how she continued to see Vaughn. And she asked him where he at. And he threatened to ship her to Finley. Or whatever. And she was like, the reason you not, basically, is because you sleeping with her mama or whatever. And he told her, basically, back off. You about to cross the line. And they was just going back and forth or whatever. He ends up revealing that he wants whatever Dawson had been working on. He reveals that he wants whatever Dawson had been working on. But I could have sworn he said that before. Maybe it was just Vaughn in the office. Because I was like, why was Josh shocked? But I think Vaughn was the only one in the office with Brendan. Unless I'm mistaken. Because I was like, why was she shocked? And she wanted to know why he wanted the stuff for himself. And he didn't want to tell her. Because he crooked. He used you. He used your mama or whatever to get whatever he's trying to get. For whatever reason, he want to use it. But yeah, she was trying to get that information out of him. Didn't succeed. Excuse me. Didn't succeed or whatever. So then he gets a call. And he's like, what? Or whatever. And on next week's episode, they showed a preview where Josh saying something about that means her mom's in danger. And I was like, look, I said, I don't know. I want to say no, she ain't. But at the same time, it's Valentine. And he already said how one of Brendan's weaknesses is Carly. So he could double-cross her. So I'm like, okay, I don't know. I guess we just gotta wait till Monday's episode. Because I was like, anytime Carly, like I said at the beginning of this, anytime Carly decides to do something she ain't got no business doing, something goes wrong. Something always goes wrong. And I was thinking about it. Because when they showed, it looked like a leather jacket or something had went towards her. But I don't know if he had on the leather jacket or not. But I thought it was gonna be Jason. But I said, of course not. Jason's with Britt. I said he been distracted lately. I said he ain't been with Sonny like that. He ain't been with Carla like that. He don't even know that she over here up to no good. Cause he's too busy saving Britt. But yeah, what else? Was it something else about Josh and them? I think that was the last thing with Josh and them. Next we got Lucas and Felicia. Wait, Carly and Brendan. They was talking about Thanksgiving and he was asking her what was wrong. Because he could tell she didn't really enjoy herself, and he was just asking, was it about Sonny? Was it about another one of her family members? Was it about Jason? And he wonders if Carly family stayed away because of him, and she just telling him no. He ends up getting a text, I think, and he had to go into the office. That's when he met up with Jocelyn or whatever. Carly went to see Lucas. She tried to apologize, but she always make things worse. The way she talked, I said she make it worse. I said you supposed to at least play along or something. Be like, okay, you was right. I shouldn't have said what I said or whatever. There's no way that he's using you or anything like that. I said, Carly, play along at least. But he's still mad. He's still saying that as long as she ain't welcome into him and Marco, then he not gonna come around. He need his space. Felicia ended up coming up after Carly left or whatever, and just encouraging him, saying that Bobby wouldn't have liked this distance between them, and basically to make up with Carly. I said, yeah, he gonna have to. They had to set it up where he moved in with them, where they conducted all this illegal business. He either gonna come across something he ain't got no business coming across, or either Marco was gonna come forward with him, gonna tell him the truth. But yeah, some type of way. But yeah, who else? Oh, Felicia was talking to Lucas about her visit with Maxie and everything. That's all they was talking about. Sewell and Sonny. This man continue to do whatever he want. Like I said yesterday, him and Drew gotta go. They gotta go. I said, Sonny, he done walked in there to my son before you think about murdering me or whatever. I said, at least he get straight to the point. At least he got straight to the point. He took out that photo. Or whatever. Sonny was looking at it, whatever. He tried to play it off like, oh, this ain't that, and that ain't this. And he studied trying to make it seem like they the one who did it. And I said, how did he get Laura's DNA all over the murder weapon? I said, he must have had it in that trunk. When she was touching it. Did she touch it in the trunk when she was checking his pulse? I don't know, but he said her DNA all over it. And I said, how he get her DNA? What happened? I said, how you get that? But yeah, I said, you sneaky. I said, you going down there to my son. If you try to do anything to me or my son or anything like that. Basically, he also said something about protecting him and Marco. You crazy. You had to go and your son had to go. To my son, if you even think about putting even a scratch on my son or whatever, it's a bunch of photos and the murder weapon gonna go, and basically Laura and Sonny going down. See, they went about this the wrong way. I said, and then Laura had called Sonny at the end of the episode asking what they gonna do. I said, that's what I want to know. Y'all need to set him up or some you can't do what he want, because he ain't gonna never stop. Actually, he gonna be another Drew. He gonna be worse than Drew, actually. But yeah, I said, Sonny, handle him right now. To myself, even if you think about it, whatever, the evidence still gonna get to the police station or whatever, and they both going to jail. Meanwhile, Laura was over here dreaming about Cyrus and Esme. I said, you know what? It was refreshing to see them, some different people. It was. I said, bring them back. But nah, she was having a nightmare about them. They basically told her that she did all that judging in regards to them, but look at her. Then they showed her with the weapon in her hand. I said, she ain't do nothing. She just covered it up. Her and Sonny covered it up or whatever. But other than that, I said, they didn't even do nothing this time. Sonny didn't do nothing this time. But yeah, I said, see, she should never call. You should handle this so they've been itching to get to my son. What she was saying when she was talking to Kevin, she was wondering, if they go to the police or whatever, if they gonna believe that Sonny didn't have nothing to do with it. No, I can answer that for you. No, everybody that come to town, it be new people, old people. They want to sit up here and say, Sonny been getting away with this and that for decades or whatever. We about to get him or whatever, especially Turner. She already trying to get him. So I was like, you think they gonna let it go? If the FBI agent, what was his name, Jagger or whatever his name was, everybody that come to town, you trying to take him down. You think that if you go to the police that they ain't gonna believe that he had something to do with it? Be for real. Be for real. But yeah, what else? I already said Sewell wanted Sonny to sell his peers. He also want him to do whatever he wants, just like he want Laura to do whatever he wants. I said, nah, y'all just got to go to jail. I just had to, I ain't gonna say that. Ouch, I had a sharp pain again. But yeah, I said, no, See, man, We already talked about Laura seeing Cyrus and Esme. Kevin came and he was talking about coming forward. And she was like, she came without implicating Sonny or whatever, and they not gonna believe that he didn't have nothing to do with it. Lucas and Carly, he still don't want nothing to do with her as of right now. Trina and Kai, Brendan and Josh. I think we talked about everybody. The last thing they showed was Carly was at the house. Carly was at the house or whatever, and then next thing you know, it was like some noises outside. So she picked up the little thing. I don't know what it is. I think it's something when you burning wood or something. I don't know. Either way it goes, she picked it up. She picked it up. She walking towards the next thing you know, Valentine had grabbed her or whatever. He surprised her. What did he say? What did he say? He said, I told you I'd be in touch. He done broke out. And she's supposed to be telling him on Monday's episode to get out or whatever. I said, you don't know what you done started. And also, Lulu is running outside to tell Charlotte and Rocco to get in. I said, you think telling them to get in is going to stop anything? But that's it, y'all. Let me know y'all thoughts on this episode down below. Stay tuned for the next review. Until next time, do have a great weekend and be safe.